Up y'all, it's Jack. This is gonna be a very scuffed video, and you're gonna hear car noises, you might hear other things. I had to sneak out of the theater auditorium to make this video because I'm in scene 14, which is the last scene of the play, so I'll be waiting 2 hours there till my scene ever gets there. So I'm just gonna make some content for y'all. I finally have some freedom, and yeah. So I want to talk about having self-respect for yourself. You have to be able to go through life and go through your relationships and go through different things and have self-respect for yourself. If someone's treating you bad, if someone's saying something that you don't like, say it to them. And you have to be able to control this. You have to not act with your feelings when you say it to them, because that's how you start an argument, that's how you start a fight, and that's why people are scared. But if you want to have self-respect for yourself and you go up to someone without any emotion and you say something that's bothering them and they like get mad at you for saying that or something like that, then that is not a good relationship to be in. Friendship, relationship, whatever it is. If they get mad at you for saying your own things that are like bothering you, and you need to say this, and it's something that's like really like gonna make you emotionally, like something, it's gonna affect you emotionally, that's not a good thing. Like, you need to have respect for yourself, and if something's bothering you, you say it. And you don't have to like, there's certain situations where it's not the person's fault, it's not something they can change, so you don't say something for that. But if it is the person's fault and it's just an activity that you know is like bothering you and you need to share it, then don't bottle that shit up. Literally tell them, like, this is bothering me, please don't do that. As a friend, as a relationship partner, whatever it is, you need to be able to have that respect for yourself. Because if you don't, nobody else is gonna make people have that respect for you. And if they do, it's gonna be extremely annoying for them. Like, you need to be able to deal with your own problems, deal with your own relationships, deal with your own, like, lack of respect, or deal with your own, like, people that are, like, being assholes to you. And people are scared to drop friends that they know are bad for them. The easiest way to do that is to call them out on their shit. If they're doing something that is extremely bothering you and you've voiced that to them, call them out again, see their reaction. If their reaction is negative for you calling out something that is bothering you, then you should drop them right then and there. If something bad happens, they get mad at you, they start an argument, whatever it is, and you lose that friendship, that was a friendship that is not healthy for you anyway. They get mad at you for calling out a specific thing. That's not okay. That's not good. And I see this a lot. I see people who are like, oh, well, I feel like I can save it. I feel like I can salvage it. I feel like I can do this. No, like, if someone's really, really, like, insulting your self-respect, insulting, like disrespecting you, and you've asked them to stop, you've asked them to stop doing the activity that you think is disrespecting them, and you've asked them to stop all these things, and they don't, and they just ignore you, or they do it again, or they say they promise they won't ever do it, and they do it again, that's not okay. You have to have this respect for yourself. You have to understand, you have to love yourself so much that if someone throws shit at you, you don't take that shit. You ask them why, you call them out on it, and you're gonna find who your real friends are when you call them out on this shit. And I just hate seeing people in these negative relationships that they won't drop because there's some kind of attachment. Like, even if it's your girlfriend, there's plenty of more fish in the sea. Or if you're a girl watching this, there's plenty of more boys in the sea. Like, go out there and just love yourself to the point where you're not taking any shit. I feel like the real way of loving yourself is not just being extremely positive to yourself, which is important, but it's also like being able to know when something is bothering you and not taking that shit. Because if you take that shit, if you take all these things that people are throwing at you and you don't say anything, it's eventually going to bottle up, and it's going to come out at times you don't want it to come out, and it's going to come out when you don't even know it, and you're going to avoid it by like scrolling on your phone, or you're going to avoid the feeling by doing this. You have to act on something that you know is really bothering you, and something that will like plague you or make you stressed for the rest of, like, not rest of your life, but make you stressed, and like, that's not a healthy thing to live with. So if you are with a girl right now and she's making you stressed, and maybe it's because of one certain activity that she's doing, maybe she's talking to her ex, maybe she's talking to someone else that you don't want her to talk to, you have to like have that respect to ask her, like, please don't do that again, and say something like you have to have that respect to the point where if she does it again, if she breaks a promise that she made with you, and this is a specific situation in my own life, which I won't go into, And if you're watching this video, to the guy I was talking to, I love you, man. I'm using this to make some content, and I won't call out anything. I won't call any names or anything like that. But you have to have that respect, because if you don't have that respect for yourself, if you don't have like any respect for anything that's going on in your life, then you're not going to be able to you're not going to be able to live with yourself, because you're going to have people just throw shit at you, and you're going to take that shit, and you're not going to you don't want to disrespect them back either. You don't want to give them the same energy. If someone disrespects you, the natural human response is to disrespect them right back. You don't want to do that. You don't want to low to their level. What you want to do is call them out, and you say, you just disrespect me, I don't like this. Why did you just do that? And you can make it in the most least disrespectful way, and it's still going to come out as blunt. It's going to come out as blunt, it might come out as mean, whatever your mind says. It's not mean, it's very good, it's very healthy. And if you actually want to save a relationship, it's good to have, and be in a healthy relationship, it's good to have that self-respect for yourself. And you obviously don't want to just do this on the first time too. Give them chances, tell them, yo, can you please stop doing that, or something like that, and then give them chances. But if they keep disrespecting you, they keep doing the thing that you asked them not to do, call them out on it. And see their reaction to you calling them out on it. If their reaction is negative, like, oh, why would you say that? Or like, oh, you're being too mean, or you're overreacting, or stuff like that, that is not a healthy relationship to be in. You don't want to be in something where someone is blatantly disrespecting you. And it gets to the point where if you bottle that up, it's going to turn into something where you do something much worse to them. You do something much worse to them because all the things they did to you, all the disrespect they caused to you. And maybe they didn't even know that you saw it as disrespect. So then you turn into the bad person, which you don't want at all. You have to go through life, and you have to make sure you're staying true to yourself. And staying true to yourself is making sure that these negative effects are not like you swept them away. You're like, bam. And obviously, look at, before you say anything too, why are you bothered by this? Is it you or is it them? Because if it's you, then you have to work on yourself. You have to figure out why you're so annoyed by that activity. Because maybe that activity is not bad at all. And maybe you're overreacting. Maybe you're thinking about it too much, and maybe that's why you clicked on this video, because you have a lot of anger towards it. Well, maybe you need to work on yourself. Maybe you need to work on being able to deal with that activity. But if it really does bother you, and it's something that's disrespectful, then take that shit and bang, bang, bang. I want you to take that shit, and I want you to ask them, why did you do that? Or you just call them out on it. And people will be surprised. People, and some people, especially, this will happen too. People who are manipulative, and people who are going through life, and it's probably happened because they were manipulated too, but they're going to try to turn that on you, and they're gonna be like, oh, you always do this, or oh, well, you always say this, or they'll find some way to turn it on you. I don't even know how they do that. It's a skill they have to level up. They find a way to turn it on you, and they find a way to make it your fault. So if that happens, then you also figured out if that was a real friend or not. They try to turn it back on you and say, oh, you did this, oh, you're actually doing this, and that's why I'm doing this. That's another really big red flag in a friendship or a relationship. I think that's a video, guys. I just wanted to talk about self-respect and making sure you have respect for yourself. And when you have respect for yourself and you don't allow negative shit to bother you, I mean, it's so easy to win in life. Because if someone obviously you're not going to win in every part of life with this, but it's so much easier to win in life when you can go through life and not have things blatantly bother you that you don't talk about. Blatantly bother you that you don't say. Because if you don't say it, it's going to come out, and you're just going to be living with this anger. You're going to go home and be like, oh, I hate when they did that. Oh, I hate they did this. Oh, I should have said something. Oh, next time I see them, I'm going to punch them. Different thoughts like this, and you'll never do anything. So just go up to them and be blunt about it. And be like, I don't like the way you're treating me with this. Can you explain? And see what their reaction is. Yeah. That's going to be the video, guys. I'm going to make a couple more probably over here in this corner, maybe in a different corner, because the sun's killing my side of my face here. But yeah, Jack out.